Hey Gemini, welcome to my channel, Divine Nudges, where today we are going to be looking at your messages for the month of August. We are going to be looking at some general themes throughout the month. We'll try to keep it high level, but Spirit is so much more generous than that. With that said, I will try in as much as possible to avoid getting love messages for the monthly reading because I just finished posting love readings for all of the signs. So if you are interested in hearing love messages for Gemini from me, please go to my channel, go to my playlist section, and select the All Things Gemini playlist. That is where you will find your love messages, your most recent love messages, as well as any other Gemini reading that I've done. Okay. All right, let's get right to it. Let's look at the main developmental theme for you in the month of August. And I'm going to pull from the Shadow Work Oracle deck because how appropriate when it comes to developmental themes. Okay, so what is the developmental theme? The main developmental theme for Gemini for the month of August, Spirit. The main developmental theme for Gemini for the month of August. Ooh, you have two. Says here, unmasking the truth. The eyes, I want to pluralize that. The eye sees only what the mind is prepared to know. It's so funny because I want to say the eyes see. But where it says the eye sees, we're talking about the third eye here, my love. Okay, so your intuition can be blocked, okay, if you're too logical. Okay. You may need to accept that you are a very intuitive person who gets downloads from the universe, okay, and that they are guiding you, okay, and because it says here self-examining and revelation. Okay, so you have to make room for something in terms of unmasking truths here, Gemini. And so you also got feathered omens. Even the sweetest bird harbors fierce intentions, self-deceit, illusion, and secret. Okay, so there might be a secret that may be revealed during the month of August. This is the main developmental theme, my love. So this is about being honest and truthful with yourself because there's something about self-deceit here and some sort of an illusion. It says even the sweetest bird harbors fierce intentions. Maybe you want to believe, we all want to believe that we're all good people, but maybe we need to also see our shadow side, right? This is a really dark card. And maybe even toxic or low vibrational tendencies that we might have. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Those are the developmental themes for you, Gemini, for the month. Unmasking the truth and seeing yourself as you are. There may be some sort of an announcement or declaration as well. This reminds me of a rooster, and I'm hearing the doo, 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 doo. And I know that's not at all how they sound, but this may be almost shocking, coming unexpectedly. Like, the roosters are like an alarm clock. Something may shake you up a little bit in terms of unmasking truths here, Gemini. All right. Best mental advice. Best mental attitude to cultivate for the month, Gemini. Best mental attitude to cultivate for the month. Oop, hear the cops? Someone's breaking the law. Ooh, looks like there's going to be a lot. It says, remember that it's okay to be happy. Really, it is. Okay. So you may be thinking or feeling like it's not safe to be happy about things, right? Like, oh, something's too good to be true, or you're afraid that if you allow yourself to be happy, that it's going to be followed up by something disappointing, okay, or that zaps the happiness away. It says here, be authentic. Anything else is just exhausting. So when we talk about unmasking the truth, are you wearing masks, Gemini? Okay. You may need to take the mask off. You may need to realize that you wear a mask. Okay. Funny with this feather here, I'm almost looking at a masquerade type of a mask. It's what my mind's doing. And the third message, it says, trust yourself always. Trust others once they've earned it. Ooh, I like this one. Trust yourself always. Trust others once they've earned it. So, okay, be authentic, trust yourself, and remember that it's okay to be happy. Those are that's going to be the best mental attitude to cultivate throughout the month. All right, so action advice for you for the month, Gemini, for the month of August. Let's see what the universe is divinely nudging you to do. What is going to be the action advice for Gemini during the month of August, Spirit? The action advice for Gemini during the month of August. It says, stop giving your power away right now. Okay? Right now. Not later, not next week, not next month. Right now. Stop looking outside of yourself for the answers. What did we talk about? Intuition, my friend. You may need to accept that you are an intuitive person who receives downloads from the universe, who interprets signs and synchronicities and sees the writing on the wall without anybody having to validate or confirm it. It says you already know them, okay? So this might have something to do with someone around you, especially with this trust yourself always and trust others when they've earned it. Stop looking outside of yourself for the answers. You know them. You already know who this person is. You can trust that. You can trust that you know who this person is. There's someone around you, Gemini, that's taking your power. You're giving it away to them. I feel, Gemini, I think there have been a few readings where we've talked about bullies, okay? So, I'm kind of wondering if we're still talking about that bully energy. It says, look around and find some signs. The universe is speaking to you. Can't make it up, babies. Can't make it up. Okay? I'm not even going to go into that because I already did. Okay. Let's move on and pull some tarot cards. Okay, Gemini. Let's look at some of the other main themes for the month. Okay, main theme. Ooh, we have two. Look at this. King of Swords, truth. Okay, truth. So King of Swords is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So you are showing up for yourself here in this reading. This is a very, very smart, intelligent person. Okay, the Queen of Swords cuts through the BS. So the King of Swords does that and then some. The King of Swords is very strategic, very intellectual, very war ready. This is what lawyers, doctors, soldiers are made of, okay? You name it. This is justice. And here we have the Seven of Cups in the reverse. So the main theme of the month is going to be being clear-headed, because the Seven of Cups can indicate some sort of confusion, especially emotional confusion, okay? But it's also a card of kind of like Neptune-ish type energy, dreamy, heads up in the clouds. So again, let's make sure that you're not being so logical that you're ignoring your intuition. Okay, so because I can kind of see where, these cards as a main theme are really, and with this microphone and speakers in the background, it's something about amplifying. We talked about the rooster and making some sort of a proclamation earlier, or maybe even being shocked or startled into something. That rooster could just be you speaking your truth, declaring your truth, and no longer caring about how it's received. Okay. But there's something about your intuition. You're denying your intuition in a certain type of way, so that you're being divinely nudged to take a closer look at that. Okay. To unmask truths using your intuition. You already know who they are, Gemini. You already know who they are. Stop playing with yourself. It gets to a point where you can't even accuse other people of playing with you, because you already know who they are. So at that point, you're playing with yourself if you decide to ignore everything about them. Okay. All right. Let's look at some of the past influences that are affecting this month. What are some of the past influences? All right. Here we have the Two of Wands. Okay. Something about choices. Something about a fork in the road. Maybe you don't have a choice. Maybe you feel like you don't have a choice in the matter. Maybe you feel as though if you could, you would run away, you would get away from it all, but you may feel stuck, like you don't have a choice. Okay, this is a card of being at a crossroads. It's also a card of kind of being bored. It's also a card technically of planning. Okay. So let's keep moving, and we'll see where the reading goes. Okay, what are some roadblocks for the month? The Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles. So you may have some financial roadblocks during the month of August, Gemini. Okay. You also may be feeling left out in the cold during the month of Gemini, during the month of August, Gemini. This may having a fear of being left out in the cold, of being ostracized, of not being included. Those things may be blockages for you, right? You may have to be okay with going at it alone. This is an interesting card, right? Because this is a card of someone who's digging for gold, right? In their mind, pay very close attention to this, Gemini, because this reading is all about what is going on in your mind in terms of logic versus intuition. Okay. So in this card, this person is thinking that the only way to strike gold is by finding these pentacles. Meanwhile, it is the soil itself that has value. And this person is not seeing that. This person is not seeing that the soil itself, it's fertile. You can plant the seeds. You can grow crops. You can feed your family for a lifetime without having to spend pentacles on food. You see what I'm saying here? Okay. So there's something about that. There's something about digging for gold, but not realizing that you already have it. Okay. And sometimes you have to make it happen for yourself. You have to be creative. Okay. So if something comes up in terms of your finances during the month of August, Gemini, I'm seeing that there is a solution that you might be missing. All right. Let's move on. Let's move on, because I want to give you as many messages as possible. As many messages as possible from my Gemini collectives. All right. So what are the possibilities? The possibilities. Okay. One, we have setting boundaries, boundary setting. Okay. You may need to let people know that they about to F around and find out. Okay. About to F around and find out. Be on guard. Okay. You may have to strengthen your boundaries around a certain friends group or people who are supposed to be friendly, some sort of a community of people. Thinking mean girls, right? Because this is friendship in the upright. In the reverse, it could be mean girls, okay? So you may have to reassert your boundaries during August, okay? You may really have to let people know that you ain't the one to be played with. You is not the one to be played with, Gemini. So cut it out. We ain't doing that around here. This ain't that. This ain't that. So yeah, I feel like the bully energy is fading. I'm not getting it as strongly as I have in previous readings, but it is also lingering. Okay, main theme for the month. I'm gonna pull another tarot deck here to see what other messages the tarot might give us for themes for the month. Ace of Wands in the reverse. Okay, so some sort of a block. It could be a creative block here. Yeah, yeah. This is just a reiteration of what we're already saying. You could be having a creative block during the month of August, Gemini, okay? And it is because you're being way too logical about things. You're like, 1 + 1 = 2. 2 + 2 = 4. You may need to say 2 + 2 = 5 and make it look artistically good, baby, okay? Like, it's not always going to add up. Things aren't always going to add up. The math isn't always going to math. Okay, so past influences affecting this month. The Six of Cups. Okay, this card actually has pleasure written on it, so you may feel like you're very unfulfilled. This could have something to do with a romantic connection. Maybe you feel like you made a mistake about um, some sort of an intimacy you shared with someone, Gemini. Okay. Um, Also, this has a lot to do in the traditional tarot about like childhood trauma, and all that stuff. But there could be some energy about a past relationship here, someone that you were intimate with. You may have some regrets there. So that was an energy shift. All right, roadblocks for the month. Roadblocks for the month. Truce, and this is in the reverse. Okay, this is the four of swords, right? So you may not be feeling at peace with someone or some things. You may be trying to find a peaceful resolution for a situation, but realize that you can't play nice, Gemini. Okay, that the truth is just not going to happen. I'm getting it's because there's an energy around you that just doesn't play fair. How can you have a truce with someone who doesn't play fair, Gemini? You know what I mean? So no reflection on you. That doesn't reflect on you. That reflects on them. So again, this ain't that. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. All right. You know what I'm saying, Gemini? Stop playing with us. Okay. So, possibilities. And it says here change. Okay. It says here change. And this is the two of pentacles, which again has to do with choices, which has to, in the reverse, it's like everything is just crazy, everything's up in the air. It's like all the balls are up in the air at once, life is topsy-turvy, everything, there's just too much going on at once. You may be in an environment that's not going to change, Gemini. Okay, and because this has to do with boundaries and with maybe a community of people who aren't playing nice, the universe is telling you that there's a possibility that this situation is not going to change, and that these people aren't going to change. This person almost looks, they're not, this isn't really yoga or anything, but it looks like peaceful, like they're working on themselves. This environment, this dynamic is likely not going to change. is what I'm hearing. Let's look at some money and finances messages for Gemini for the month of August. Okay, let's see what's going on with your money, finances. What do you need to know? What are the main themes for the month? Okay, main theme for Gemini for the month of August. Spirit, thank you so much. Says here, weekend sale, men and women up to 70% off. So someone might be trying to treat you like you ain't worth a dang thing. Okay, but here's the thing. I determine my price, baby, not you. I say who, I say when, I say how much. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Weekend sale, men/woman up to 70% off. Someone's going to try to play you, baby. Okay? Someone's going to try to suck you dry. Gemini, someone is going to try to treat you like I'm gonna squeeze every last drop. Nah. What's the past influences here? I'm getting annoyed, Gemini. I'm getting annoyed. I'm trying to reel it in, calm it down just a little bit because I ain't feeling this energy right now. I'm ready to go toe to toe with them. I am ready to go toe to toe with them. Like, who's messing with my Geminis? Like, listen, we ain't doing that. This ain't that. Okay, past influence. Past influence. Dress to impress. This could be someone who acts like they have it all together, who likes to look good in front of other people. Okay. Someone who cares a lot about what other people think as well. All right. Looking like, this could be someone that you're dealing with that just likes to keep up with appearances. Trying to see if there's anything more I can get out of that. Okay, roadblocks. We don't like them, but we might have to sing them away. All right, roadblocks, my friends, roadblocks. So one of them, multitasking. You got way too much going on. Okay, here goes this weekend sale. Someone is trying to put way too much responsibility on you. Okay, you do have a personal life. So you need work-life balance. Okay, stand your ground. And there is no truce. There is no playing fair from that person. So you have to be fair to yourself because that person ain't going to do it. And payday. Okay. So you may feel, Gemini, like if you don't do it, it's going to affect your money and your finances. And someone might be making you feel that way. But oof, 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 oof. I feel like it's just a mind game. You're going to have to decide for yourself how you want to play it, Gemini. You're going to have to decide for yourself. Let's see. What are the possibilities? What are the possibilities financially for Gemini spirit? What are the possibilities? Please and thank you. Come on now. There's got to be some financial possibilities for my Gemini babies. Okay. Ooh. Performance evaluation. Okay. I'm really feeling like this is a work situation. I mean, well, this is the money and career, but there are cards in this deck that literally talk about money. Money matters. This is more work related stuff. So the possibility, yes, is that this person might give you a poor performance evaluation or that your unwillingness to bend to their whims may affect your performance evaluation. At least that's how you feel, Gemini. At least that's how you feel that that's a possibility. But baby, we're hiring. Look for another job. Okay? You may come to the realization that you need to find another job. You need to look for another job. This situation is not changing. I'm not kidding. It says at the bottom of this card, please, please, please act right so Gemini can see it. I hope you can see it. It says change at the bottom. There we go. Change. And it's in the reverse. The situation is not going to change. You're going to have to change. Okay, Gemini? All right. Let's close out these messages. Actually, hold on. We're gonna close out the reading. We may just do it with a different deck, not the one that I had just almost pulled from. Because this is about career and life, and I kind of feel like my gems, my gemmies need a little bit more on that, because my beautiful Geminis is going to be a very anxious and worrisome sign. Okay, so let's see if the universe can help us navigate this annoying situation. Okay, main theme, wish come true. Okay, I like it. It says your wish is being granted, but it may not come in the way you expected. No worries. It is just what you need. Very, very interesting. So the magic might be happening, my loves. So don't give up hope. Okay. And it says here, brilliance, brilliance. You discover your own genius by breaking away from the grind to follow your own inspiration. Your ideas bring recognition. Please do not go full rogue, okay, Gemini, because I love you guys, but sometimes you go full rogue. That being said, please do allow yourself to shine brightly. Don't reinvent the wheel, okay? But there's just something about the way you're going to discover your own genius. It says here, by breaking away from the grind to follow your own inspiration. This is interesting. I'm going to leave that right there. I'm not 100% sure what that means, so I'm going to leave that right there for you to trust your intuition, since that is a developmental theme for the month. Okay, trust your intuition and let it guide you in terms of that message here. Discovering your own genius, and that might be it. Discovering that if you take a break from the busyness and the craziness, you may discover your beautiful intuition and the voice inside you that's like, babe, I've been trying to tell you. There's a solution for all of this. Okay, past influence affecting this month. Many choices. You have options, even if you don't see them right now. Get creative and look around. Pull a card for each option to see what's best. We don't have time for that right now, Gemini, but hey, listen, comment below. Do you want a part 2 to this reading? I got you, but you got to let me know. Otherwise, I ain't going to do it. Okay, so roadblocks. It says here, outside forces. Unknown figures are driving the situation, and you may not be able to control the outcome. This cycle will shift soon, and you will be okay. So again, like, especially if this has something to do with a boss, or I don't know, who knows what's going on behind the scenes, but this doesn't seem like something that you have control over. Okay, so focus on the things that you do have control over. Okay, and for the possibilities, last and final messages is gifts. Okay, you are uncovering new talents that will land you new work and a better position. You could get more money with the deal as well. Okay, so when it says here, discovering your own brilliance, baby, okay, you may discover that you have a hidden talent, maybe through a hobby. Baby, if you have a hobby right now that you do just for fun or for love for your loved ones, try monetizing it. There's a gift that you have that I'm telling you, the universe right now is supporting this from the collective. They're supporting the collective and breaking free from the crowd, from the matrix, especially from my older generations where the labor landscape is changing, if you will. Things are becoming more technological. The newer generations are being ushered into the workplace and all that stuff. I definitely feel that for the older generations, those of us who've done it for a long, long time, the universe is supporting, like, hey, be your own person, do your own thing. It'll be more fulfilling, it'll be healing, and it'll make you happy. Okay, but something about gifts. You have gifts that you may be able to monetize, Gemini. So let's start there. Let's start there. So where it says here, your wish is being granted, but it may not come in the way you expected. You may have to think and look outside the box. Gemini, if you've enjoyed these messages, please like, share, comment, or subscribe. Love you lots.